Today, I am going to be going over the ways we might be subjecting our hair to potential breakage and give you 5 tips on how to prevent that from happening. I think that we all know that when we bleach or color, perm, use styling tools on our hair, that can damage our hair, leading to dryness and breakage. But there are other things that we do that could lead to breakage. So for starters, brushing your hair. You may or may not remember when women used to brush their hair and do like 100 strokes per section. There are great benefits to brushing your hair. Not only does it help, keep your hair smooth and reduce tangles, but it also distributes the oil from your scalp all the way, down your hair shaft. Another thing is that when you brush your hair, you're actually benefiting the scalp as well because it's stimulating that blood flow. But 100 strokes per section is a little excessive. And doing something like that would probably just put a lot of stress on your hair, which can then lead to breakage. Preventing tangles and then treating them very gently is key. So my first tip is to always, before you brush your hair, go in with a wide tooth comb and brush, make sure to get out, be very gentle and careful, and, start at the bottoms and then keep going on up. And then once you've gotten through your hair with the comb, then you can go in with your brush. And I do this all the time, whether it's when my hair is wet or dry, but it is especially critical when your hair is wet because our hair is a lot more fragile when it's wet. So the next potential cause for breakage is when you're washing your hair. My second tip is always to brush your hair before you shampoo it. And by doing this, then you're smoothing out your hair and minimizing the amount of tangles. Another thing is I am a lot more focused on gently cleansing and massaging the scalp, making sure that you get that clean rather than scrubbing it. You can actually really tear your hair if you're too rough with it. And if you focus on just really cleaning your scalp, then you rinse it out, the water and the soap will go through the rest of your hair, and that is generally enough to clean the rest of your hair. You don't need to be going like this and scrubbing your hair. So the more your hair rubs together, the more it has the potential to get tangled up. And that's what happens when you're washing and drying your hair. After washing and conditioning my hair, my third tip is to basically squeeze out the excess water and then wrap your wet hair in a microfiber towel. Cotton is very rough on your hair, and you definitely don't want to be taking the towel and rubbing it through your hair. That will really rough up the cuticle and lead to, again, breakage. So cotton towels are quite a bit more rough than, say, a microfiber towel or even a t-shirt. Cotton pillowcases actually do the same thing. And so if, as you're sleeping and your hair is down and you're tossing and turning, this can also lead to tangles. So my fourth tip is to get a silk or satin pillowcase. This not only is good for your hair, but it's also good for your face, your skin on your face. Another good idea is to brush your hair before you go to bed at night and then put it up. And that will help it stay tangle-free. So my last tip is for those who wear really tight hairstyles. Like if you wear your hair in a ponytail, or buns, and you use elastic hair bands. Once in a while is one thing, but if you chronically wear your hair in these hairstyles, you can actually start to notice hair loss. And you'll start noticing it along your hairline, as well as the location of wherever the elastic is. If it's tight enough, it'll actually start breaking your hair at that point. Some safer options are, if you're putting your hair up on your head, is using bobby pins. Another thing you can do is maybe get a clip and just putting it up like that. There's just a lot less tension. And that way you can avoid using elastics altogether. Now, if you wear a ponytail, you might want to replace your thinner elastics with something that has a little bit more surface area. They do have elastics now that are quite a bit thicker, and that will be a lot gentler on your hair. And it's also really important to be very gentle when you're removing your hair accessories, because it seems like that's always when your hair is going to get knotted up. I remember actually having to cut my elastic out of my hair because it would get so knotted up. So it is really easy to get frustrated and then just tear the accessory out of your hair. But just try to be patient and take your time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I hope you have a great day.